set featured image and publish. Okay, so once that is done, you can click on all post. So this is where you manage all your posts. Okay, so you can edit them, you can delete them as well. All right, so let's go back to our homepage and scroll down to the bottom. Okay, so what we can do is turn on the builder, and the first thing we want to do is maybe add in a text. So drag it up here, and then we're gonna just put blog, or you can put in a featured blog post or news or whatever you want. Set it to heading 2 and styling, go to fonts and align to the center. Okay, I also want to scroll down to padding, and I'm going to add 5% to the bottom. Okay, like that, so it adds spacing. Click on done, and then I'm going to hover over the green, and I'm going to drop in a post module. So look for P post module, drop it below there. Okay, so here you can select the layout. So depending on how many blog posts you have, you can select a different layout if you want. I'm going to select grid number 3, and I want to remove the summary of that, right? So you can actually change that by going to the display and changing the display to none. You can also display all the content as well, but I like to display none for my homepage. Otherwise it's just too much stuff. It makes it a lot simpler like this. And I want to remove the author, also the categories and comments as well. So here, scroll to hide post meta, select yes, and then that will disappear. Okay, so it's really that simple. You can also hide the post date if you want to, and play around with the display settings. Here for the post content layout, you can actually select different layouts. For example, overlay, which is cool. You can also select maybe boxed, okay, or maybe a flip. Okay, that's pretty cool as well. I'm just going to select default for now. All right, and you can also choose to select specific categories or exclude certain categories as well. So we're going to click on done, and we want to add some padding to the row. So double click the row, it's just some empty space here, and then click on styling, padding, and let's do maybe 5% to the top and 5% to the bottom. Click on done, and then we can view the page by clicking on 50%. Okay, I think that is looking very, very awesome, very good. And what I want to do now is I actually want to create a contact section. So I'm going to add in a contact form so people can actually contact you and get in touch with you. So click on save. Here you're going to notice that there is no contact module. So to add a contact form, we're going to have to close the builder first, and we'll have to go back to our dashboard, and we need to actually add in some plugins. So here, if we click on the plugins are sort of like applications which add extra functionality to our website. So for example, on your mobile phone, you might have social media apps, or you might have productivity apps, you might have like accounting apps, budgeting apps, anything like that. Plugins are exactly the same thing, but for websites, and there are thousands and thousands of plugins, and we're going to add in a contact form plugin. So click on add new, and here on the search plugins, we're going to search for contact form 7. So this is just a really, really simple contact form plugin. There's also other ones that you can check out as well, but this is the one that I've been using for quite a long time. So we're going to just use this one, install, and then click on activate. Okay, so once you've actually activated, the contact will actually pop up on the left here, and then you can click on contact forms. All right, so this is the contact form number 1 that's been created, and here is the shortcode. So you can actually copy this shortcode to your clipboard and paste this code anywhere on your website by using a text module, and that contact form will pop up. Okay, but what you want to make sure is, if you actually click on edit, you want to make sure that the email is set to your email address. So here you've got different tabs. You want to click on mail, and you want to make sure that you've put in the correct email address. Okay, so the contact form message will be sent to this email here. You can also configure the messages as well here. You can also click and edit the form here. If you want to learn more, you can click on the support here, okay, FAQ and docs. Okay, so once you've actually done that, you can click on save, and I'm going to go back to the home page, and I'm going to maybe delete some of these other pages. Okay, and then scroll down and turn on the builder. Let's drop in maybe a text module first. So drop it in. Let's put in contact, set it to heading 2. Okay, and then let's drop in another text module, and this time we're gonna paste in the shortcode. So paste in the shortcode there, and then the contact form will pop up. All right, click on done. And what I want to do is I want to add some spacing to the top, add some spacing here, and I also want to sort of make this box a little bit smaller. All right, so what I'm going to do first is make the box smaller. So you can choose the different columns here. I might choose this one here, and I'm going to move the contact in there and also the contact form into there. Okay, next I'm going to double click the row styling. So I'm going to add maybe some padding, so maybe 5% to the top, 5% to the bottom. And then next I'm going to add some padding below contact. So double click contact, styling, padding. Okay, and then I'm going to select 5% to the bottom here. Click on done. All right, so I think I forgot to actually center everything. So I'm going to double click the row again, and then go to styling, font, and align center. All right, so we want to actually separate the content here. So how we're going to do that, what I recommend is maybe putting in a background, okay, which looks really good. So let's double click the row again, go to styling, background, and for the background image here, we're going to click on browse library and upload files, select files, and I'm going to upload this one here, contact BG. All right, so click on insert file URL, and there you go. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. What I do want to do, maybe I want to actually set the background mode to parallax. Okay, so it's like that, which is really cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on row overlay, and then I'm going to add a little bit of black to that background. All right, so it makes the text pop out a little bit more. So let's just change the color to black, okay, like that. And then you can change the opacity down on the right hand side. So I'm going to change it to about maybe 20%, or let's just say, yeah, 20% should be fine, like 0.2. All right, so you can also change and add a background hover as well if you want to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the font color to white. Okay, so change it to white, and I think that looks pretty good. Let's just add in a overlay hover as well. So let's just change the color to black, so 000, and then I'm going to change it to 0.25. Okay, and then click on done. Okay, so I think that's pretty cool. When people hover over that, it becomes darker. And I'm going to show you how to edit the form button as well as the fields here. Okay, so we're going to click on save, and we're going to close it first. So let's just have a quick little look on our website. Okay, so everything looks pretty good. What I'm going to show you is actually how to add in a menu right now. Okay, so right now you don't have any pages. We've only got one page. But what I'm going to show you how to do is, if I actually go to the demo website, is if people click on the about, it's going to scroll to the about. If they click on services, it's going to scroll down, and so on. Okay, so to do that, we can go back here to customize, and then we're going to click on back, and then we're going to click on the menus, create a new menu, and the menu name is going to be top nav. So this can be any name that you want, but it's just easy for me to sort of identify. So we're going to click on main navigation, click on next, and we're going to add in some items, right? So you can click on add items, and then what we're going to do is click on custom links. And for the URL, what we're going to do is I'm going to copy everything before wp-admin. Okay, so this is your IP, and then 808. and then the WordPress, just copy that, except the WP admin. So copy that and paste it into here, okay? And then what I want you to do is type in hash about, okay, in lowercase, the link text, to change it to